Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stardew Valley tutorial. This is the final one for spring year one. We're going to go into the last little bit of the 3 days we've got left, the 26th, 27th, 28th. I apologize that the videos are taking so long to upload. Things happen in life here, so I apologize for that. For those of you who've been following along, thank you everyone for the feedback that you've given me so far. It's been much appreciated. I'm gonna just go over a few things before I get started on the last 3 days, just for you to compare. Let's talk to our TV and all that good stuff first. Okay, so my total earnings is up at 52,000. If you're roughly about 40,000 to 50,000, you're doing good. I'm actually doing a little bit better than I should be because of the fact that I've picked up more stuff going along. I've had a lot of extra luck in this game. Got our glow rings here because it's the only thing we picked up. If you've got magnet ring, even better because those help out. Firewalker boots, the sign that we made. Our goal in the mine was to get down to level 80. We've done that, and we've been able to pick up our gold. Skill levels, farming level 6. If you have hit that, hopefully you planted enough parsnips to make a play for it, because you wanted to have this crafting recipe for quality sprinkler. Regular sprinkler is okay, but it's not nearly as effective. And this is the one you want to shoot for. That's why we need the gold. And that's why I had to push the mine so hard. Mining, hopefully you're at level 5. Foraging we would like to get up to level 6. We may not hit it before the end of the season, but we want to get level 6 so we can craft lightning rods. And lightning rods require a lot of iron. Fishing, we wanted at least level 5. I've got up to level 7 here. We've kind of taken a step back from fishing because all the rest of the things we needed to do had to be caught up. Now we can spend a good day or so fishing here, depending on what our situation is. I might spend the 28th fishing, just because it'll be the last day of the season. It'll be a good opportunity to fish because that'll be the last time we catch all the easy spring fish. While my eyes are burning. Combat, if you've gotten up to level 4, you're doing okay. If you haven't gotten up to level 4, don't worry about it. If you had gotten lucky, like I did, and picked up that broken trident or the Neptune's glaive from your fishing, then you've got a better weapon than most everybody else does. Most of the other people will probably have the steel broadsword or possibly the fairy sword, or the forest sword. Or maybe a wooden mallet or something. If you pick up the wooden mallet or the forest sword in the mines, you're doing pretty good too. But the combat's the hard part because that uses up time against your mining. So, but yeah, our relationships we haven't really done much with. We've taken a couple of quests here and there. Those aren't really important. But like I say, your crafting recipes, you definitely want to have this. Hopefully, you can get it by the end of the month. They said plant your parsnips like crazy on the 24th and pray real hard. Alright, so let's go out here and do what we gotta do. Alright, so that's the last time we're going to harvest our green bean because we don't need green beans anymore. We'll water that one thing there. Okay, look, here's our foraging. So we're going to pick up extra foraging experience here. And then we're going to finish off the rest of our potatoes or parsnips, whatever it was we grew here. Like I said, these you're going to water today and tomorrow. If they don't sprout on the 28th, then there's no point in watering them because they're going to die. So that's why we wanted to make sure if you planted parsnips that you did it by the 24th. Because that was the limit on what you can plant anything for. Okay, so, and we're going to pick up a potato and a little bit extra experience points there. Alright, now depending on where you are in life right now with this game, you may or may not want to do other things with yourself. As I got plenty leftover parsnip seeds. If you have leftover seeds like that, don't worry about them. Save them for the next season. They will come in handy. You may also end up picking up the greenhouse at some point too. So these right here, I generally don't use these except maybe in the spring because they're a little weird. They're random seeds. They can give you pretty much anything, but I generally don't use them. If you're a bit of a weirdo and want to like water them for one day just to save the plots here, you can. If not, it's no big deal. The rare seed, we want at least one in the fall. It's used for something else. I mean, if you have more than one, that's good. We have our mushroom caves. That's where these came from. And some of this other stuff, are just I hold on to a lot of stuff. So if you have any extra stuff, just hold on to it. See, I'm going to keep one of each of these. And the reason why I'm keeping these, even though I may not play this file again in the near future, I'm showing you guys things to do. If you keep a few of these, like the leeks, you can use the gifts for George, the guy in the wheelchair. But otherwise, you can hold on to a few of these. You can craft more of those wild seeds. Geez, sorry. Hit the wrong button. You craft more of those wild seeds, this right here, to create these so that way you have something to start off your next spring with on year 2. So like I said, it's not a bad idea to hold on to those. And then everything else we have in here. So we already got some summer seeds. If you've done anything with the museum, you've picked these up. Starfruits, the starfruit seed, I think I would recommend just not planting it. The reason why is actually, yeah, don't plant it because you're not going to need it, and one starfruit's just going to make you angry, honestly. There's a way to get more of these later. The melon seeds is very useful, so that's definitely something you want to plant day one. Most everything else in here, you're just holding on to stuff for the sake of it. Like I said, we got lucky. We got 4 gold bars, so I've got plenty of potential potential sprinklers here because I got 4 of those. I have the refined quartz. I can make a few more of these real easy. All I got to do is grab one of each of these and one of each of these, drop them into the furnaces, and boom, I'll have 4. But yeah, we're going to keep cooking iron for right now. Because we need lots of iron for more than just the sprinklers. Iron's one of the most important items in the game. And the rest of the stuff we're going to sell just to make the money. Now from this point, what you're going to want to do, and you're going to want to decide if you want to go fishing, if you want to go to the mines, etc. I have to go visit Clint on the 27th to pick up the axe that I'm having him turn into an iron axe so I can make more hardwood. So that I'm going to save for Gunther, and I'll go see him tomorrow. Like I said, if you want more money, if you're low on money, you need more money, go ahead and grab your fishing rod. You should have the fiberglass or the iridium rod at this point. I have both here. So if you have the iridium rod, go ahead and use that. Or if you have the fiberglass rod, just use it. Actually, let me take the bait off and put it on my iridium rod. And so once you buy these rods, though, they don't go away, so you're stuck with them in your inventory. I mean, you could throw them away if you want, but yeah, make sure if you've built a couple of silos, make sure that you don't need any more grass. Go ahead and fill these up. If you haven't, I'm going to grab this wiggler real quick. If you haven't picked up a chicken coop yet, hold off on it. If you, because we're wanting to get the stable first. We want to get the stable to get the horse first. Hopefully, I can try to build one. Have Robin start building one on the 27th or the 28th. I don't know if it's going to be possible. You need 10,000 gold. And you need 100 hardwood. The reason why we don't have the 100 hardwood is you need to have the steel axe. It's the only way to break the big stumps. Now we have these big stump logs that will yield a bunch of hardwood, and plus it'll unlock another area in the game, which is why I put it in there. And you want to make that rush to get that 100 hardwood. You should be able to get the 100 hardwood by the end of the 28th. and hopefully have enough time to get Robin to build you your stable. Um, if not, then you can have her build it like on the 2nd of summer after you're done planting all your seeds. And yeah, so we got it. So that's pretty much just a review of everything. Let's see. Why don't I have my copper axe? Did I? I just realized I gave. I have the copper axe. I just realized I gave. I didn't even realize that in the last episode. I gave Clint my pickaxe. Lol. Okay, so yeah, that kind of happens sometimes. So, all right, we're not going to get the wow. Okay, so I'm not going to get the stable because I need to do the watering can first. Wow. Okay, yeah. So occasionally you'll make a mistake like that. Don't let it throw you. I'll just have to wait. As I said, in this situation, I would end up waiting until the 1st of summer to go give it to Clint then, and I'll be having to wait until like the 3rd or 4th of summer to pick it up. Oh, that's so funny. Or possibly later because it is 5,000 gold to craft it, so. Oh god, that's so funny. I can't believe I didn't notice that last game when I recorded. That is so freaking funny. Okay, well, I can't go mining, so yeah, we'll go fishing today. I don't know why I did that. No. I planned on getting the axe specifically for that purpose. Alright, well, we'll do the fishing then. I mean, by the way, you should have the 30. You should have the large backpack by now, with 36 slots too. Alright, so we're gonna go down to the forest. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Okay, so we'll cut some more grass on the way through. I totally did not realize that. Oh, jeez. And the thing too, I probably was spending my whole time chopping. Oh no, that's why I didn't do it. Now I remember why I didn't do it. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't waste the money on the stable. That's why I did it. Okay. That's funny. Because I remember when I was loading the video, I was double checking it and making edits on it. I was like, why did I not give the pickaxe? You know, I even noticed I had the chopping axe still, and I was thinking to myself, why did I do that? Now I remember why. It's because I didn't want to waste the money on the stable and not have any seeds to plant. Okay, I don't feel so bad now. But yeah, but Star can be a little bit of a dummy. Like I said, stuff like that happens, guys. So if you happen to forget what you did, just take a second and just scratch your head and go, okay, that's why I did that. And I'll go ahead and knock out a few of these just because. I'm going to go check the gypsy cart because I really haven't been coming up here that much. So I'll go check the gypsy cart. And hey, maybe pick up a couple of forageables on the way. Oh wow, she's selling a sprinkler. Woo! Now, here's the thing. All the items that she sells are random. I would not recommend buying this because 1,350 gold is actually not horrible expensive, but it's, you know, you don't have a lot of gold. Ooh. If you're doing the community center, this right here might be a good buy. Actually, this right here is a dang good buy. 1,695 gold. But we're not doing the community center. But I will buy another one of these just because. Alright, so. Actually, oh yeah, okay, so. Alright, so we're gonna go, like I said, we're gonna go fishing today. Just go down and pick up your spring onions. Like you see, I only got a couple days for spring onions as well, so. Go ahead and take your opportunity to take them while you still can. So I'm just going to chop some more grass because I can. See, these logs are the ones I'm talking about. And it says Star has those moments where he kind of like loses track of what he's doing. I'm gonna save these regular sprint minions. I'm laughing at myself right now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop a couple of these in here just to get those going. Now I'm gonna go to my favorite fishing hole, which is, even though we haven't been there in a while, which is that lake up by where the mines is. And I'll just go ahead and fish. I want to make some more money anyway, because now I do remember we need to make more money for seas. Kind of low on the cash. We need more quiche. I don't have any. Okay, we can do this one. We can give Jody the cauliflower at some point. Oh, 8 slimes. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to waste time in mines. But if you're really, really crazy desperate for money and you get a slime kill quest, and you've got one of the good weapons like a Neptune's Glaive, or you've got the wooden mallet, or you've got the broken trident like I do, it might not be a bad idea to try it. But I'm going to skip it because, like I said, I want to try to get in as much fishing as I possibly can. I haven't done it in a while, so we're just literally going to fish the day off here. And try to maybe get level 8 fishing out of it. I said level 10 fishing is a good thing to get, too, because then you'll be able to get the enhancement on the cost of the fish. But by this point, you should be pretty good at the fishing as well. Again, try to get those perfects if you can, but don't break yourself trying to do it. And hopefully by this point, too, you should be catching goldfish from the lake. Your skill's good enough and you're getting... and your rod's strong enough. Now, if you're really, really, really big on gift giving, and if you want to get a jump start on your gift giving, there is a way to talk to almost half the town today. If you go to the tavern on Friday nights, you can pretty much talk to everybody and give them whatever gifts you have available. You probably won't have much in the way of gift giving. Later on, though, you can use that to kind of corner everybody because literally everybody will be there. With the exception of people like, you know, Harvey and Maru and a couple of other people. The wizard never shows up there, so you have to go to his tower. As I am going to go see Jojo Mart. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to hopefully I'll pick up enough fish here that I'll have enough extra money to be able to go talk to Jojo Mart and maybe get a Jojo membership because I want to try to get some of that started. Now the difference between doing Community Center and doing Jojo Mart, other than oh, look at that! I got bubbles right in the same spot I'm casting. That's lucky. The Community Center is fetch quests, so you basically have to get, you know, certain items, but you do get small rewards for it. It does take a little bit longer, and in the long run, it's more expensive to do in Jojo Mart. The Jojo Mart one just is strictly on money. It's easier to do, but of course you're doing Jojo Mart, so a lot of people think Jojo Mart's a bad guy. But doing either one will get you the same results. It allows you to get the specials in the game. Like you can fix things like the bus and your greenhouse and stuff like that. So it's a useful thing to do. I'm getting lucky with these bubbles, which is really, really nice because I could use the extra fish. Say the last couple days of the month season. I keep switching between. The last couple days of the season are really all about trying to collect up as much money as you can. and getting your stuff set up, and trying to make last minute pushes for things that you really want. So you need at least one solid day of fishing between the 3 days. So if you're not at my levels, go work on those levels. Try to finish your mining today. Do whatever foraging you need to do. Chop down trees if you have to, and if you've got nothing else you need to do, fish. Just make that extra money. So with some reasonable, with a reasonable amount of bait and either the fiberglass rod or this iridium rod, you stand a pretty good chance of picking up a good maybe 10 to 15 fish, maybe a little bit more. Hopefully you get lucky and you can break 20. And remember, as your energy level, as your skill level improves, you use less energy on a cast. So it means you can fish a little bit more. And it's all about setup for summer now. Spring is your setup month. Summer's your money month. Ooh, I just barely got that, didn't I? Yep. Summer's your money month. That's when you can really make money. Like summer is a really good month for money because the plants in summer lend themselves to making a lot of money. The only plant in summer I really don't think lends itself to making a lot of money is corn. And two plants, corn and sunflower seeds. The reason why is that corn isn't worth that much. Sunflower seeds, unless you're buying them from JoJo Mart, you actually lose money on those. So if you do the community center route, eventually you won't be able to buy sunflower seeds at a profit. And you're going to have to rely on growing them and hoping that they give you seeds back in large enough quantity to make it worth replanting them. However, that being said, sunflowers are also an unusual gift for a couple of people. But overall, they're kind of one of those weird items that you don't. They have a couple of off uses for certain things, but they're one of those items that make you scratch your head. The only way to break a profit on sunflower seeds is to use the highest quality fertilizer possible, which involves using sap and fish to make high quality fertilizer, and then praying that you get a lot of gold sunflowers time to eat, and also that they produce a seed back. Sometimes you get lucky enough to produce more than one seed back. But for instance, if you plant a plot of, say, 24 of them around sprinklers, you want to get at least 24 seeds back out of the deal. Or otherwise, you're losing money. I'm going to go ahead and just completely fill up my energy here as much as I can. Now, if you're really lucky with the fertilizer, you'll probably get 24 seeds back. Then you have to immediately replant them. And basically, because you're using the fertilizer and you're buying the seeds with the initial expense, you're going to have to pretty much constantly plant them, replant them all through summer and fall to eventually turn enough for profit to make it worthwhile. And the same thing with corn. Corn, you plant it, it grows really, really slow. And it doesn't give you corn that often, so if you don't plant it in the summer, it's almost not worth planting it at all. If you plant it in summer and keep it going all the way through fall, then it's worth a decent amount of money. And corn's also used in a lot of cooking recipes too, so. But you're... Like I said, at the end of the video, when we're getting ready to sign off, I'm going to actually go through the first day of summer just to show you things that you should do to help get you started. I won't actually plant on the first day because it won't be part of the spring tutorial. But I'll at least, like go to town to Pierre's and show you the seeds and stuff and give you my recommendations. depending on which route you're going. If you're going Joja, if you go Community Center. Although for the most part, they play out almost the same in summer because you're going to want to plant one particular seed more than any other one. I'm doing really good here. I've got way more than 20 fish. I'm breaking 30 right now. But then, yeah, then you'll also be looking at building your buildings. Like you'll be, looking to build your stable. You'll be looking to build your chicken coop and buying chickens. You have enough food if you've got 2 silos at this point. You've got plenty enough food to survive raising a few chickens. And yeah, animals are hard to recover money from. It's just because of how little their products give when these first start out. But animal products are very useful. Yeah, so today's been a really good fishing day for me, even though I started probably like after 12 o'clock game time. That's pretty much what you want to do. You just want to just hold on to it as long as possible. If you're really lucky, you've caught enough actual fish, and you've picked up a few perfects and treasure chests. You might actually make you might actually make a level out of it. I think with some luck, I might actually hit level 8. There's definitely a part. I picked up another piece of bait. And that's always nice. Whenever you pick up bait out of a box, it's always like getting a free fish. So I'll probably go till about 9 o'clock. I don't want to stay outside too horrible late. I want to get back to the farm and maybe I'll chop a couple trees down or something. I do have some algae available, so I can chop a few trees down. And then, of course, we sell all the fish. And so wherever you are in the game right now, try to end it by about 9-10 o'clock. Make sure you don't blow the last couple of your days with low energy, especially if you're still watering a bunch of vegetables and stuff on your farm. Hopefully, you don't have too large of a patch right now. Remember, I said in my last videos, like the strawberries, once you've harvested them for the last time, you don't need to water them anymore. They're pretty much not going to provide you any more fruit. So you can just concentrate on everything else. Saves you a lot of energy. Alright, let's see what we got. Bait and a ruby. Yay! Free money. Yeah, I'm almost up at 40 fish here. This is really good. I wasn't expecting to get the... Oh, it's past 9 o'clock. Oops! Alright, last one. I said I didn't want to go past 9 o'clock and it's 9:30. Alright. Is there anything here? Now, I left all these in here for a reason. Take that with me. I'll drop a couple of those in there. I left these in here for a reason. I can't remember what. So yeah, we'll get back to the farm. It'll be a little bit after 10, but I'll still knock down a couple of trees just because. Go ahead and put the bait on a rod. How many fish do I have? It's 18. It's 18 and 15, so yeah, 33. Not bad. And these all count as catches, so 34, 35, 36. Yeah, I've caught about 40 some things. Pretty good. Pretty good. And so don't forget to do your mushroom cave. I've forgotten a couple of days to do the mushroom cave. Yeah, don't forget to do that. Pick up your mushrooms, no matter what flavor they are. Like I said, I've got a little bit of energy from the algae here, so I'm going to knock a couple of trees out, just to give myself a little bit more foraging experience. I might be able to get away with one more. This is going to be pushing it. Okay. So we ended up 3 trees. I'm going to knock out a couple little bitty stumps. Alright. The energy bar's starting to sweat, so that's good. And basically we want to try to be done a little bit before midnight. So I'm picking up the wood because we need a lot of wood. I've almost got 900. It's actually really cool. I'm going to sell a couple of the mushrooms because I'm going to try to make some extra money out of the mushrooms. And I'll pretty much, well, let's see. I'll hold on to the Joja Cola. The reason why is because I can use that for a gift. I'll sell everything else I got in inventory. And that'll give us probably the money that I'm looking for. Say hi to Doggo. Well, no level on the fishing, but I'm at level 7, so it'll take a while. There we go, 4,000. So we're above 10,000 on the gold. The idea is hopefully that should be above 10,000 gold to buy seeds, because you're going to spend a lot of money on seeds. I mean, a lot. When it comes time to buy them. Alright, so the spirits are kind of perturbed. And plus, we need 5,000 gold for... oh, look, and sometimes you get mail from Lewis for all the stuff you've done for the valley, so... Alright. Let's see. Alright, good. They're all done. So we don't need to water anything today. And all these parsnips are going to be money for us. Yay! We're going to get our pickaxe back today, so I want to make sure that I actually bring my watering can and my copper. Copper watering can is going to be crucially important. You need to make sure you do this today. Like I said, we don't need to water anything anymore. I'm going to save a couple parsnips just because I can. I'm going to sell the rest of those. Take that because we're going to go see Gunther. And I'll take that just because. Okay. That might make up for the money I'm going to lose on doing this. Like I said, if you pick up your... If you still need to go mining, go ahead and go mining today. If not, just go ahead and fish some more today. Or, you know, work on chopping trees or whatever else you need to do. I'm thinking right now, I'm going to go ahead and probably go to the mines. I'll go ahead and do that to myself. Yeah, all those plants don't need them anymore, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Don't want to take that with me if I'm going to the mines. I just wasted some time. Don't knock yourself if you end up doing that. And I'm almost out of iron. I am out of iron now. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on trying to get some more gold. And then of course we'll come back and knock out some of these big rocks here just to clear them off. Not necessary, but I'm going to do it. Like I said, between today and tomorrow, I didn't bring it with me, so definitely make sure tomorrow you grab your cauliflower, go give it to Jody. That'll give you some extra money. Anything in there? Our last couple of days for spring onions, so make sure you grab them. They're going to be somewhat useful, I mean, at least for the first couple of days. Especially when you're doing the start of summer, you're probably going to want to keep the spring onions around just because. Or at the very least, you can use them to eat with. Summer fishing is actually pretty useful right out here, and that box would be really useful. And since we haven't gone to the beach recently, I'm going to swing down there real quick just to see if there's anything down here for me to grab. It's early enough during the day. And of course your results are going to vary from mine about where you're going to go and what you're going to do. Put that geode there. But I like to grab stuff once in a while from the beach. Like it's not a daily thing, but if you come every couple of days. Oh look, there's a wiggler. Oh! And a leopard, look! Yay! But yeah, coming down here will give you a little bit extra money, especially the last couple of days of the season. Ooh! Oh my god. Especially the last couple of days of the season, go ahead and come down here and clean house. Oh my god, there's so much money down here. That was so much money. I'm definitely going to have the extra money I need. And thankfully, copper tool's not nearly as much either. It's only 2,000 now that I remember. So. But yeah, I definitely got the money for the copper tool out of that. It'll probably be about 12 o'clock before I actually get up to the mine, but that's okay. Gimme. I think I remember why I did that, because I said we were going to go mining one more time, and you really do need the steel pickaxe to make sure that you can break stuff. Alright. Copper watering can, most important thing in the world. And then we'll give this little artifact to Gunther. And then we're going to use today to collect all of our rewards. So go ahead and collect them all. Most of this stuff is just decorations for your house. But like you say, you pick up this rare crow, which is a scarecrow that you can use to help protect your crops, which you're going to need. And I know that uses up about half our inventory space, but we're going to go in the mines just to collect gold today, so it's really not super important to have a lot of inventory space available. And we'll go check the quest board before we head up. I need a sardine. That requires me to go into the ocean to fish, which I don't want to do. Hey, here we go, baby. Now, between today and tomorrow, it's going to be your last two opportunities to mine and or fish. Do whatever you need the most of. So I'm going to want to go try to get more gold. And also, too, I'm going to try my best to get down to level 90. I don't think I'm going to, because I think there's a death spiral somewhere in this mix. In fact, I'm 95% sure there's a death spiral in this mix. I'll put those away, take half of those. And I answer to take a bomb. Do you have any bombs taken with you? Yeah, I think. Oh, I'm at 85. That's cool. But yeah, you'll notice when you pick up the your iron pickaxe, it's definitely. Whoa! Once you pick up an iron pickaxe, you'll find it's definitely easier to break rocks down here. So don't spend too much time fighting. Just try to work on getting gold if you can find it. I say, even with the iron pickaxe, or I keep calling it the iron one because you make it with iron ore, but the steel pickaxe, you're still going to take a couple of hits. Actually, you need the gold pickaxe to really go through here faster. I'm just get rid of you anyway. But yeah, this is the main reason why you wanted to upgrade, so you could actually get the gold. Oh yeah, and this mushroom. Please, take that mushroom if you find it. Yeah, those monsters drop random gold, random bars sometimes, so it's really nice. They might drop a copper bar or an iron bar or something once in a while. Alright, so the fact they made level 85 means I can make a push for level 90. I know level 89 is the last death spiral. You know how much I love those guys. Yay! Death spirals are us. I don't know if I have enough salmon berries. I didn't realize until just now I'm going to grab half my salmon berries. Get away. And then sometimes you get random gold like that too, so. Remember, this was taking 3 whacks with the copper pickaxe. Yeah, I definitely remember why I upgraded this instead of my regular axe now. If you hit level, once you hit level 90, don't worry about the mines anymore, unless you need more gold still. Alright, that's, oh no, it's not, the death spiral's not here. Okay, it's level 100 I'm thinking about. Okay. So if you want to be cheesy, oh, I'm gonna have to fight this off. So if you want to be cheesy about it and pick up some extra money, you can pickaxe up those torches for a couple of gold each. By the way, these bats hurt, so be careful about your health, guys. You see how fast my health is dropping, so that's why we want to carry food all the time in the mines. So yeah, if you want to be cheesy about grabbing some extra money, go ahead and grab a couple of torches. Let's see what we got here. Nothing too spectacular there. Just picked up some extra gold ore though, which is always nice. I can throw away the sap. And look at that, we got a full house here. And I'll throw away the slime because, you know, slime. I don't care about it. Oh, look! There's a way out. Now's a good time to start breaking these. Now they only take 4 hits and you get 10 stone out of it, so it's actually not going to kill your stamina. I'm going to eat the spring onions. Level 90, like I said, level 90 is a crucial one. If you've made it this far, this is why you want to hit level 90. Level 90 is this sword. 30 to 45 damage. This is going to be the best sword in the game for you. For a very long time. Once you hit level 90, you say finish off whatever you need to finish off, like grab your resources or whatever. But otherwise, Yeah, you're pretty much done with the mines. Like I said, if you need more gold, you need more iron, go back in there and just replay whatever levels are necessary. And now what I'm going to do, because of all these weapons and armor that we have, we're going to take a back and forth walk here and sell off a couple of them to Marlin here. That's kind of why I've been holding on to them in that box. I mean, you saw those 2 lead clubs worth 150 each. You might be thinking, well, that's not a lot, Star, but you got to think about this. This is the only way to get the money from them. Combat boots, get those. These are one-of-a-kind boots here. It's up to you if you want to sell them or not. Let's sell the combat boots and the tundra boots because, more money. There's another 150, 150. So I picked up 600 gold for stuff that I've been just hoarding. It takes a couple of trips. If you have the more inventory space than I do, you probably do this in one trip. You can sell the small sword if you want. It's up to you. Like I say, you can sell whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. I am going to sell that, and I'll sell the leather boots because I'm never going to use them again. There's exceptions like the crystal dagger because it's a rare item and it's actually useful. I tend to hold on to that and use it. So 100 more gold there, 100 more gold there. See the trend here, guys? Just little bits and pieces of money here. And so this helps boost you. Let's see, do we got anything else? Yeah, we got the tundra boots. I'm not going to sell the trident. I'm not going to sell the crystal dagger either. The crystal dagger is actually kind of useful, but we can't sell the slingshots because for some reason he doesn't buy slingshots. We'll go ahead and sell the last set of boots we have. Another 150 gold. And also too, since you have your steel pickaxe, you can go ahead and do one other thing. You see this little purple rock right here? Go ahead and smash it. What it does, it unlocks the dwarf. Now, you can't understand what he's saying right now because we don't know how to speak dwarf yet. That's what those scrolls were for that we turned into Gunther. We need all 4 of them to speak his language, which unfortunately is not something we're probably going to do today. But yeah, once you pick up that obsidian edge, you're pretty much set for life. You won't need a new weapon for a while, at least until you get to the bottom of the mines. When you get to the bottom of the mines, then you'll have an option to buy another weapon, which I would recommend, but you're not going to probably have enough money for it. It takes a lot of money to buy it. It's a 25,000 gold item. And, oh yes, I don't have enough room because my inventory's full. Alright, we're going to make an extra trip. And I'm going to have to build another box because we need boxes. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate out the stuff I want to keep. So, ore. Geode. That geode would be useful later. Ore. Put that away and that away. That away. I got some good stuff to sell down here too. I do need more wood though, so I'm gonna grab 50 wood real quick. I gotta build a 3rd box finally. This box is going to be for my miscellaneous stuff, so I'm gonna stick that inside the house for right now. Color it something I can see. And we're going to put all this stuff in here. Like that. We're going to put all that, all the stuff that we're really not going to use right now away. I forgot to put the salmon berries away. Oh, well. I'll put them in here for now, just so I don't accidentally sell them. And since I've got the gold, I'll go ahead and put the gold on and let those cook. saving the purple mushrooms right now? Purple mushroom, I'm actually going to save that one. They're kind of rare, so, and they're really useful for something. Yeah, everything else I'm going to go ahead and sell this off. Gonna make all kind of mad money here. And I'm gonna grab my scythe, and I'm gonna go grab the rest of the. Grab the axe. I'm gonna chop a couple more trees down before the night's over. But we're gonna go grab our scythe because if I have any more little bits of grass, I'm gonna go chop them. And we're gonna grab the rest of our mushrooms while we're at it. And let's go ahead and. And also, if you haven't done it yet, let me clear this tree so you can actually see it. Even though you could probably see it through the tree, I want you all to be able to be visible. So yeah, once you get back this way, there's a little... There's like a little shrine back here, okay? Now, the purpose of this shrine is... You pick up this note, and it says... Hey, whatever your player name is, wait for my return on dawn of the third year you gain Grandpa. Now, what this means is that your performance in the game is being measured. It's the number of skills you have, you know, how many relationships you have, excuse me, certain achievements that you've accomplished, how much money you've earned, how much stuff you've built, etc., etc. And when you build up these points, the candles on the start of your third year will all light up. If you happen to light up all 4 of them, Grandpa's ghost will give you your present. If you light up less than 4 of them, you will have the opportunity to improve before the end of the third year. And it'll basically what it does, it gives you a statue that permanently gives you iridium ore once a day, every day for the rest of your existence. Alright, that's good enough on the trees. Just pick up some more wood because I can. It's an immensely useful thing. It's called the Statue of Endless Fortune, or something like that. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now. And I'm going to keep the regular food shrooms, so we'll sell the rest of this stuff off before we go to bed. And so right now I'm just in the process of trying to make as much money as I can. Talk to Doggo. Hey, you're awake. See what we did. And the second to last day of the month when you go to sleep, you always get this bowling ball looking moon here. So yeah, 3,000 gold for everything I did today. That actually wasn't too horrible. Yeah, see those little torches are like 5 each. And so it wasn't too horrible, the stuff that I sold today. I picked up a lot of the forageables. This right here made us some good money. And then, of course, you know, the last of our parsnips. So, it's about as good shape as you're going to be in. He said the last day of the month, I would focus on just trying to make money now, as much as you can. Let me clear and sunny. And then Queen of Sauce will teach you a recipe at the end of the month. And we got that gold. Gold, thank you. And I can only cook one more gold. I'm going to go ahead and start cooking copper now. Alright, so since the last day of the month, we're going to go get our spring onions one more time. And we'll take our fishing rod. And yeah, we're gonna do our swan song for spring. Now, if you had the pickaxe upgraded to steel at this point, all these big rocks you can break these, and these break up to a very sizable amount of stone. And plus, it clears off a massive amount of space on your farm, which is really useful. And then the whatever last minute forageables we come across. Just gonna put that in the bottom. So like I said, last chance for any and all spring onions, so check every single patch over here. Because the spring onions aren't going to be a butt saver, but you know, you are going to be able to use those to give you some extra energy, depending on where you go with them. So, or if you don't care for them, you can just sell them off at this last day of the month. You can sell them off, throw them in the box at the farm. I'm going to take a quick trip back to the farm, because remember how I said make sure that you do the thing with Jody? I'm going to take a quick trip back. I'm going to get my cauliflower. I know it seems like a waste just because I actually forgot again. But also, too, she doesn't open until 9 o'clock anyway, so... And plus, it'll give me a chance to grab the pickaxe to show you what I mean about these. And we can replace the copper wire right too. You don't want to cook too much copper down. Just make enough to do what you got to do. So yeah, I'll grab the pickaxe. I'll show you what I mean about those. Do I have spring onions somewhere? Or did I not keep them here? I'll drop the few of them here. These I'm going to sell since I'm up here. Remember to grab a cauliflower. I didn't forget. One cauliflower. Oh hey, look. Wait, what? So yeah, about the big stones here, it takes a few hits. And they break down to 15 stones each. Remember, the ones in the mines break down to 10, so those break down to a few more than you would normally get. And then of course you got the, your journal should be showing the whatever quests you haven't started yet. And it's a good time too, because Jody's house will just be open. So we can go say hi to her. Like the garbage cans while we're at it. We're gonna go to the beach one more time, even though we cleaned it out pretty much yesterday. There's still a possibility there's more stuff there. And go ahead and give that to her. And it does count to give that to her for like a relationship bonus. I think it does, yeah, it gives her a slight amount of relationship bonus. Then also too, the most important thing is you want it for the money, 350 gold. And so pretty much you want to do whatever you can to soak up as much money as possible. Your last day of the season is just all about whatever money you can grab. So like even like forageables like this, I'll actually swing around here and grab that because I'm not leaving any money behind. If I see it, I won't leave it behind. And then I'm going to take a quick trip up to Jojo because I have to go back up to that lake at the mountain again. I'm going to spend that last day fishing, like I said. But yeah, we're going to come down here and grab, whatever's down here. Now remember, we just cleaned this out, but because the RNG is the way it is, if it didn't seed everything, it's going to finish seeding it today. So we'll have possibly a couple more items laying around. And look, there's one right there. Some of the ones behind the bushes can be kind of hard to see sometimes. You have to be really paying attention. Remember, our foraging bonus lets us pick up more than one item sometimes. You got 2 corals for the price of 1 there. Not a bad last little ditch effort for money. And I've got enough money. I think the Jojo's only 5,000, so if I do that, I don't think I'm going to blow my money out of the water. Yeah, I'm going to collect the rest of the trash cans on my way through too. Oh. And most of the time there won't be a quest there, but every once in a while there'll be one that'll drop. So it's still a good idea to walk by and check. Alright. I think it's 5,000, right? Welcome to Jojo Mart. My name is Morris. I'll be delighted to help you. Membership! Cost 5,000. Alright, let's do it. The community center will become a Jojo warehouse, and you'll no longer be able to refurbish it. Yep, let's do it. So yeah, that's the thing though, you got the community center and it kind of, in a way you're kind of killing the heart of the town. I mean, the community center gives you a lot of bonuses, on top of which, when you complete it, you also get like a big friendship boost with everybody, so you're going to lose the extra little perks, but there's nothing you can't get on your own. So, feel bad about it for a moment and then just move on. I'm going to grab the algae just in case. And let us fish and grab as much money as we can. I gotta recover at least that 5,000 gold, which I should be able to do. Now, if you decided not to do that, I hope you've turned in the bundles by this point, which you have to talk to the little plate in the community center, and then you have to go talk to the wizard, and he gives you this weird potion, and then you go back and talk to the plate, and it gives you fetch quests. So like the first one is a foraging quest, one of each forageable, so a daffodil, a dandelion, horseradish, and a leek. You turn them in, and you get a prize. You get some seeds, plus it opens up the rest of the quests, and it opens up another branch, which is growing your crops. Growing your crops, you have to give it one parsnip, one potato, one cauliflower, one green bean. And then it opens up the third one, which is for the fishing. And then you turn in something for the fishing, it opens up the mining, and then it opens up the treasury. The treasury is the only thing that's the same in both the Joja and the community center, is that the treasury is linked to the bus, and the bus requires money no matter what. And I think it's about the same amount of money either way. So you're spending money to repair the bus no matter what. Everything else, though, like I said, the community center gives you bonus items, either extra seeds or machines or fertilizers or just something. But it's nothing you can't make on your own. You don't get any one-of-a-kind rare items. The exception is when you complete the community center, you get a trophy, and it's called the Hero Stardew trophy. Joja Mart's a little bit different. Joja Mart basically it says, okay, you just need to pay us this amount of money, we'll repair these things for you. And when it gets done, Morris gets a promotion, and you get a Joja Cola machine for your house. But the nice thing about the Joja Cola machine is that, unlike regular Joja Colas, they're absolutely worthless, only worth 1 gold, I think, or something like that. I think regular Joja Colas are worth 25, and I think the ones out of your machine are only worth 1, but if you happen to be not good friends with Sam, or you happen to marry Sam, they're the perfect way to keep your marriage alive with him and keep your friendship alive with him. But yeah, it's just like, the Joja one's not nearly as rewarding. That's why most people don't do it. Plus, they feel like they're helping the evil spawn of Satan. But the Joja one is easier for new players because all it does is focus on money. You don't have to run around doing quests. You don't have to break your head like, where do I find this item? What do I need for this item? And there's a couple of items that most casual players will not get on their first year. And the community center can literally take 2 to 3 game years, depending on what you do. Especially if you don't know to buy certain things, like for instance, there's an item, there's a cabbage, a red cabbage. Red cabbage is almost non-existent unless you haunt the gypsy cart every single possible solitary Friday and Sunday to try to buy either a red cabbage or a cabbage seed. Certain other things that are real difficult to catch, like the sand fish for fishing, rabbit's feet, duck feathers, the off-the-wall stuff that might not be as easy to find on your first playthrough. You have to rely on that to complete it in year 1. It is possible. I've done it before. I've seen other people do it before, but it's really, really hard. Most of it relies on your ability to expand your farm as quickly as possible. By gold value, it actually costs more in the long run to do the community center, but like I said, you get kickbacks, and Joja you don't. Like I said, Jojo's really good and simple, which is why I recommend doing it on your first playthrough. And then doing the community center on your second playthrough to make yourself feel better about selling out the town. Alright, so this is the last day of the month. So we're going for as much money as possible. It's like it's on last ditch effort on the fish. As many as I can get a hold of. And the mountain lake's always been the best place to go in spring. The only time you don't want to come here is in the rain. And that's when you actually want to spend the day in the mines or something. The reason why is because until you get to a certain level anyway in fishing, you won't run into them, but there's a very powerful fish that lives here in the rain, and even if you're at level 10, you're probably not going to catch him the first time you run into him, because he's a extraordinarily powerful fish. And most people aren't ready for it. Their reflexes and timing of fishing usually aren't good enough because they haven't spent, the 20 hours just doing this fishing game. And so if you haven't made your farming by this point, don't panic. Even though it's going to hurt, there is a way to. You'll have to deal without the sprinklers for a little while longer, but there is a way to kind of set up your farm for the sprinklers. If your shortage is in the mining, then instead of fishing today, I hope you've spent the day mining your butt off. So you want to at least get down to that gold level. If you, like I say, if you got down to level 90, that's as far as you need to go. Like, you don't even have to go down there. You'll probably have picked up enough gold to do everything. If not, like I said, please be down there, collect all the gold and iron you can. And hopefully you pick up enough other stuff. Maybe you can sell some of it and try to get some extra money. I'll show you how to squeeze out some extra money off the stuff that you buy, that you find in the mines and stuff. If you really, really need the money at this point. If you're not sitting on over 10,000 right now, you're probably going to want to sell some extra stuff just to make sure. Including your stuff like your algae. Even though you don't want to sell your energy food like that, but if it comes down to it, you're going to sell everything. Just about. Because your point is you want to have way more than 10,000 to start selling off. And I probably have enough just with the fish and the stuff I picked up foraging right now at this point that I don't have to worry, but I'm still going to show you all what to do to kind of push yourself over the top. And I know I picked up at least level 8 because I know my casting length has gotten longer. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna eat about half of the algae I've got because I want to get my energy level back up. So I'll eat it down to 6. And keep fishing. Alright, we got a box. Almost got a double perfect out of that. Oh well. Bait. Nice! And so we'll go to about 9 o'clock again. Between 9 and 9:30. So if you haven't done it, make sure you sell your leftover weapons and armor to Marlin before he closes at 10. You want to make sure you get that little bit extra money out of that stuff. Even if you have like other rings and things. This is the biggest bullhead I've caught. Cool. You're doing pretty good on the fish again. Got about 20 fish again. Get those last minute perfects out of these fish. So Stardew, you can play it as casually or as aggressively as you want. And my tutorial wasn't super aggressive. Like, I could play way more aggressive than I did. This is, you know, a pretty reasonable pace. Like I said, I don't expect an absolutely new player to be able to stand with me toe-to-toe here because I've been playing the game for over 4,500 hours, and I've got a lot of experience in being able to do things here, and I know how to be efficient with certain aspects. Even somebody with a couple hundred hours in the game is still going to find this useful. And like I said, brand new players, by all means, you know, your first time, you're not gonna remember everything. You're not gonna know everything. Even, you know, with 4,500 hours, I'm still learning one or two random bits. It's the beauty of this game, and I love it so much. Alright, this will be my last one since it's 9 o'clock. Please be a fish. And I said, don't fear the fish, man. A lot of people have bad things to say about the fishing minigame, and just don't fear the fish. I mean, you can conceivably play this game without doing it. There's a lot of people who make challenges like, I'm only going to fish, I'm only going to be a lumberjack, I'm only going to do this or that or that or this, and that's perfectly fine. By all means, play the game however you want to play it. But, like I said, this tutorial was designed to get you set up, get you a decent amount of money, and get you with resources, things, and get you set up so you can play the game a little bit easier in the coming seasons of the first year. This setup is very, very strong and very useful, and it's not overly difficult for a new player. I did have somebody else of lesser experience tell me that they had a hard time keeping up with everything I did. But what I told them was the same thing I tell anybody else. Is that you don't have to try to keep up with me. Just, you know, follow the advice more than anything else. If you're keeping up with me, you're awesome. By all means, kudos to you, and I'm glad you were able to keep up with me. And I'm just going to do some last minute stone breaking here. I want to kill some of these big rocks. This is serving a purpose. This serves a couple of purposes. And now also, too, I want to warn you that when summer comes around, some of the trash and rocks and other things and trees will have grown back in certain places. So you're going to see a lot of stuff that you're like, hey, I thought I got rid of that. Don't panic if that happens. It's supposed to happen. Every seasonal change, you end up with a bunch of junk on the ground all over again. So we're going to put away. Okay, so I'm going to sell off the stuff I was going to sell off. So we're going to sell all this stuff off. So what happens if you're really short on money and you're not entirely sure what you want to do? Is that you'd be like, Star, help me, I want to squeeze out the last little bit of money. Everything costs. Okay, here's a couple of tips for you. Take a look at everything you own. Things like your fiber, your sap, your bat wings, your stone and your wood. Yes, your stone and your wood. Like your stone here, I would say, you know, you can right click on it and cut it in half, and then cut it in half here, 250 stone, and I'll take the leftovers there. I'll do the same thing with the wood. I won't do as much of the wood. See, about 115 wood or so. All these extra gemstones I'm holding on to. Fiber, you know, I'll do like 50 of those. I don't want to sell too many of those. Hardwood, I'm not going to sell any of those because I need to keep it. Joja Colas. Bat wings, I'm going to sell a few of these, not many. I'll do like 9 of them. Bug meat, I'm not going to sell any of those. Slime, I'll sell like 9 of those. I'll sell a couple of each of the seeds there. I'll sell a couple of these extra mushrooms. And the sap, I'll do half and send half back, so like 140. So this is the way you can do it. Like if you absolutely need to, pair through everything you've got, and look at what you really, really think you can get away with. Sell a couple of those. I'll hold on to the couple of spring onions. I'm going to sell that. I'm keeping the strawberries, so we'll sell like 10 strawberries. Sell a couple of those. I don't want to sell too many bars, but I'll sell one copper and I'll sell one iron. I'm not going to sell any gold because I don't keep the gold. So we'll do that just to make extra money. So this is where you kind of go through your resources and see what you have that you might be able to get rid of. So I sold all that stuff. And yeah. I'm not going to need my fishing rod. I'm not going to need my fishing rod for a few days. Oh yeah, let me go get the rest of those salmon berries I have inside the house. I can put those out there. I didn't realize I had a bunch of salmon berries out here. Okay. And pretty much everything else we're going to hold on to. Like I said, last worst case scenario type thing. Yeah, you can even sell like your spring onions. I'm holding on to those because I need the energy. I don't want to burn through my salmon berries and everything else too fast. Hell, I'll even sell one of those. Sell a couple of pieces of ore. Not going to sell any of these because I need to hold on to that. So, I don't like selling coal, but I'll sell a couple pieces of coal. I'll even sell a couple of the regular quartzes. Anything, like I said, this is all last minute. That's about as last minute as I'm going to get, so that'll give me the absolute last minute everything sale. Yeah, we got level 8. Hey, now this worm bin right here is really useful. You can craft a few of these at some point, and you'll be able to get worms, and you won't have to use bug meat to make worms, but you'll have to craft a few of them. Like, to really make a reasonable amount of bait, you'll have to craft like 5 of them. It's a low priority thing, so don't worry about it. But it's a really fun item. Like I've seen people make like a building full of them, and they'll just grab bait and sell the bait. It's really not worth it because the amount of materials required to make it, and the bait's only worth 1 gold each. You'll have to pretty much sell it for like 10 game years, I think, to make up the money. Alright, so with everything, absolutely everything we sold, look at that. Okay, we sold strawberries. Foraging, we went through, sold absolutely everything we could think of, picked up a few extra things. A couple pages worth of stuff here. Fish, we caught as many fish as we could. Got rid of those Jojo Colas. The mining, we sold ores, stones, bits and pieces, a little bit of everything, even these bars. I don't recommend selling too many of them, but you know, sell a couple and just give you some. And then all the miscellaneous stuff. You got the bat wings, the slimes, the seeds, the stone, the wood, algae, fibers, all this stuff all added up. So my money is in really, really good shape. I practically doubled what I had, which is very, very, very much useful. Okay, so like I said, that pretty much ends the tutorial for spring. I am going to start up summer day 1 just to show you a couple things, but I'm not actually going to do anything. Just because I'm not going to save this game beyond the end of the season there. But yeah, you'll notice the first thing is that the music changes. And then you want to do the same thing. I'm still going to do this even though, like I said, I want you all to get into the habit of doing this. And then Living Off the Land will even say, hey look, summer's here, a whole bunch of new stuff. And he tells you something about vine crops. That's actually a very important thing. So you come out here, first thing you can notice, all those plants that you had were dead. So this is why you kind of leave them there. They can plant them. You notice all the goop, the random weeds and everything just kind of showed up. So you do that to clear them off, then you just have to re-till it all. So the way to use the sprinklers, the best way to use the sprinklers, let me grab these first. Alright, so the best way to use the sprinklers is to grab all of the necessary components. Make as many sprinklers as you can afford. In this case, I've got 6. Grab 6 pieces of stone. I prefer stone for this. go into your crafting menu, and then you'll have a recipe for pathing. You can pick either one of them. I'd like to use the cobblestone for it. 1 stone for 1 cobblestone. Okay? And then you're going to want to just... I'm going to move my scarecrow over just to show y'all what to do here. And then you're going to want to just do this. Okay, you're going to make a block of 8 like this. You don't want to do the middle one. Put down the cobblestone, and then put down your sprinkler. And since we have seeds in here, I'll grab the melon seeds. This you want to do this with the other seeds you're going to buy, but I'm just going to demonstrate the melon seeds. Alright, melon seeds like that. We don't have our watering can yet, so we're going to have to wait until we get the watering can. But then you just kind of want to keep doing that. Just keep making that pattern. Just do that. Okay, with as many, like I said, with as many sprinklers as you have, and just keep building that until you have all your sprinklers covered. And the reason why you're using the cobblestone path underneath it is because if you were to go and re-till the soil later, you could accidentally knock the sprinkler out, and the pathing just prevents the sprinkler from being knocked out by accident. So there you go. And then, like I said, normally with the whatchamithingers, the melon seeds, I wouldn't put them around like that. I would actually use the other plants. So we're gonna go check a look at our other plants. And now remember too, because it's a new season, there's new forageables and new plants that are only available during the summer. So like, yeah, see these here? And these are summer forageables, so you want to make sure you pick those up too. Spice berries. They're pretty good energy, by the way. But they also sell for really well. And then don't forget to grab these. And it says Summerosa too has the mosquito sound, so anybody who lives in places that are mosquito infested or fly infested, you'll understand it. And then of course, the calendar, everyone's birthdays, new festivals. The luau is kind of a fun one. You can actually have a lot of fun with the luau. The luau basically is a community event where everybody goes and makes a giant pot of soup. If you do a good job with it, like if you have a gold quality vegetable or something that's really expensive, you get a bonus with the entire town for friendship. If you put something in really bad, you can lose a little bit of relationship, and plus the mayor has a ridiculous reaction. There's a couple of unique items that you can throw in there too. The moonlight jelly thing, it's that's one thing you can skip. It's not really an important event. Like I would go at least once just to see it, but you can skip it. And it's not until really late at night anyway. The only thing it does is closes off the beach the last day of the month, so you can't access the beach. So yeah, and of course, man, check any quests you have. Seaweed, that's an ocean thing. All right, so depending on how much money you have, I'm going to assume that you have at least 10,000, okay? Alright, so Pierre has a bunch of new seeds. I mean a bunch. Alright, start from the sunflower seeds all the way up. Now, I'm shopping with Pierre because some of you might not be doing Joja, and plus Joja's a further walk out. But the cost in Joja right now and Pierre, I think, are about the same. The only exception is that the sunflower seeds I was talking about are cheaper at Joja Mart. He's got a bunch of other stuff down here. You don't have to worry about it. All right, so this is what I'm going to tell you to do. If you're playing Community Center, buy... Well, either way, if you're playing Community Center or Joja Mart, buy at least 8 of these. Buy... These ones are a little bit hard because you can't walk around these. These are vine things, so... But hops you really want. Not so much to sell them, but for the items that you can produce later. The thing is, it's really hard to use these without a sprinkler, even with a sprinkler. So I've got what? I've got a set of 3 sprinklers right now. 6 sprinklers. So I'm gonna buy 9 of these. I'm going to buy. Now this is just for both games, right? Now if you're playing um, a community center, you want to buy 5 of these and 5 of these. If you're not playing community center, you don't necessarily need to. Or if you want to just start collecting cooking materials, you can get them. You can buy 5 of each. For the sake of this, though, I'm going to go ahead and do the 5. I'll show you why I'm doing 5 instead of 8. And then blueberry seeds. You want to do as many blueberry seeds as you want to do. At least you want to do at least 2 full sprinklers full of blueberry seeds. I'm going to do 18. Now bear in mind, 16. Sorry. Now bear in mind, I planted those melon seeds earlier just to show you how to plant around the sprinkler. So I'm going to actually make an extra plot to put the corn on. I'll manually water the corn now, water the blueberry seeds instead. Actually, I'm going to, and then let's see. Radish seeds are nice if you want to plant a few of them, even though they take 6 days. They do give you some extra money. Wheat is really good too. Wheat only takes 4 days. And plus, wheat's useful. I would say wheat will plant in summer and fall, but I would say you want to plant wheat at some point. You may not necessarily want to waste the energy on the first day, but it's entirely up to you. If you need the money as fast as possible, buy some wheat. It doesn't sell for much, but at least it grows in 4 days. You'll have it by the 5th. And you notice a grow time on these. Like the grow time says 11 days for the first one, 13 days for the first one, 5 days for the first one, 11 days for the first one, and 14 days for the first one. But these are like the strawberries. They'll keep giving you stuff as long as you keep them watered. The hops will give you one every day after day 11, so you'll have plenty of hops. Corn seeds will give you one like every 4 days, so this is the one that you want to keep all the way to fall, because this is the only way to make money out of it. The flower seeds, they're just flowers. Poppies are actually kind of useful for cooking, but if you don't need them, don't worry about them. The melons are the big ones. Then the melon, I would say take a gamble on it and go ahead and buy. Well, let's see, I accidentally used up 8 of them, so I'll have to show you what to do with the. I'm going to buy 8 of them. This doesn't count towards what you're going to buy. I'm just buying 8 of them because I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 9, 9, 9. So 27 at least. And you can hold shift down to speed that up. So 27 at least. The nice thing about the sprinklers is once you water them today, you don't have to water them again. You just have to focus on the stuff that isn't around sprinklers. Alright, so if you are able to buy what's on the top row here, if you're able to buy that, you're in good shape. If you have money left over and you want to have that little bit of extra money coming back in, buy a few wheat seeds. Try not to kill yourself with too many wheat seeds, because you may end up watering, like that's 50 some things you have to water right there. So, but yeah, once you get down there, I say that was almost 10,000 gold worth of seeds. Once you get down to that point, you're doing pretty good. If you have more than 10,000 gold, then what you want to do is work on your iron axe. That's why I hope you have at least 15,000 by this point. But first I'm going to show you what to do over here. I'm going to tear up those melon seeds I planted. By the way, please don't waste your melon seeds doing what I just did. I just did that solely for demonstration purposes. Alright, so like I said, what you want to do is plant your blueberries around your sprinklers first. And I'm going to plant my corn around my sprinkler here. I'm going to plant my hops along the side here. This will give me room to walk, because you can't walk through these, see? Oop. And I'm going to grab 5 of those, and 5 of those. And now you notice there's a little bit of extra space here. And then, so that's kind of what you want to do. And then later on, if you want to go back and grab the 5 of those to set up your set up an additional set of blueberries or whatever else you want. And you say, make sure that you have at least 5,000 gold left. Grab 5 of your iron bars, and then you're gonna plant your melons out here. Make a spot of, like I said, that's why I did it like this. So you go 6 rows straight down, plant all your melons, water them. Make sure you go down to Clint, go grab your watering can. Believe me, the watering can is useful because then you can throw 3 at a time. Let me just put all the seeds up in here. Once I grab the watering can, the video will be over. But yeah, you notice it's already like noon. You're going to spend a lot of time. You're going to be going late night doing this. If you don't have that much money, at least get the regrowable stuff and deal with the melon seeds that you already have. You do have some free melon seeds from Gunther by this point, so. And as I said, the sweet pea there, we'll grab that on the. You need to grab any forageables you see. But yeah, this watering can is absolutely critical. You have to make sure you get this today, otherwise you're gonna have a bunch of wasted days. All right, watering can, and then like I said, upgrade your tool. Make sure you upgrade your steel axe. If you have 15,000 gold and you're, this would be 900 something change if I was playing the VAT and made as much money as I did. So if you're under 1,000 gold by this point, you're actually in good shape, even though it may not feel like it. See, sweet pea, just regular flour. And I'll show you the advantage of the watering can, which is why you really want to do this now. When you upgrade your tools, they do 2 things for you. They help you use less energy because they do more work. They don't actually give you an energy reduction, but because they do more work for the same amount of energy, you use less energy overall. So like a regular watering can, you can only go like this. Alright, we're already used to that. 1, 1, 1. And yeah, you have to water the sprinklers the first day. But if you hold the button for a second, check that out. That's why you wanted the watering can. It saves so much time. And this pattern of 3x3 blocks is perfect for it. See? Now it's best to do it when you're facing up or down because it allows you to stand in one place and just move your cursor over to one side or the other. Okay. And then, just fill in everything else. There's no spring onions or anything else like that to harvest for food, so you can run around and look for forageables. But that's it, guys. That's the tutorial to get you through spring and a little bit of how to start off your summer. And yeah, again, I really hope everybody appreciated these videos. I hope you enjoyed them. I had a lot of fun making this for you all. I know that people have been watching these both on YouTube and Twitch, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback that I have been given. Like I said, if you have any additional feedback, maybe you want to see me do summer as well, I'll be more than happy to do it. Just leave me comments on my Twitter, on YouTube, or even leave them on Twitch. Twitch will allow you to leave messages on videos. But yeah, I want to thank everybody again for watching these, and good luck with Stardew Valley. I'll probably make some other videos talking about other various things, in my opinions. Maybe I'll do a comparison video about the various farm types, or something like that. But until then, take care of yourselves, and Firefight Squad, dismissed.